Hi guys, hope you're okay. This is Daniel. So this is a really quick video talking about the notion of forgiveness and slightly into cancel culture. Because in recent days, I've seen lots of videos against a particular YouTuber by the name of Shallon Lester. For those of you who don't know, Shallon is a YouTuber who talks about celebrities. She gives a very candid critique, and some people deem her to be quite mean. I personally think she's very entertaining, and usually she gives a very good psychological breakdown of the subject that she's talking about, whether that's anything from breakups to boys or anything in between. So, like I say, in recent days, she's received a lot of backlash from a few people in the YouTube community, and there have been lots of videos talking about how she is not necessarily the best person. And essentially, I think people want to have her cancelled and deplatformed. Now, I guess the reason I'm making this video is because I don't necessarily always agree with things that people say and do, but at the same time, when it comes to having general disagreements, I believe it's really important to be able to have an open debate, because if we try to silence somebody for the fact that they say something that we don't like, that almost goes against the notion of having free speech. And while we have to be mindful of people's thoughts and feelings when we do give our opinions, equally, if we are to have a rhetoric that says someone said something that I don't like, so therefore that person needs to be ostracized from society, then I don't think that does us any favours, because the internet is a bit of a weird place. You know, there's a hybrid of different ages, races, religions, and because of that, we've had an amalgamation of cultures in a sense where, we don't have the same divides that we would normally experience maybe 20 years ago and beyond. And because of that, it's also meant that we are more exposed to lots of different thoughts and opinions that will really not synchronize with our own. But when that happens, I think it's an opportunity for us to look into the potential of being able to have a debate, being able to even agree to disagree if there's something that we hear that we don't like. We have free will and we have the option to completely tune out and go look at something else. And as I've gotten older, that has definitely been one of the things I've learned the most, because when you're young, you have a lot of passion for everything. You can still have passion when you're older, by the way, but what I mean is, in terms of fighting causes and fighting for or against something, I've been that person myself. I've had very long crusades on message boards, being a keyboard warrior. And, because we fight for the things that we love, but at the same time, when we are utilizing particular tactics that can be deemed to be, doing the exact same thing that the person in question, i.e. Shallon, is accused of doing, then it does become slightly hypocritical. But the biggest thing that I felt, though, is that, when you essentially have a lot of people who are, gunning for you and don't really want you to succeed, that's my opinion, it's very easy to become deflated. It's very easy to become disheartened with life, really. And I think the risk with that is, I don't know, we kind of think that people have the capacity to take a lot of things. We think that everyone is very robust, but we just don't know what's going on with people behind closed doors. And, I know that lots of people may watch this and think, well, she's done the exact same things to the people that she's critiquing. And you're right, she has. She could be experiencing some of her own karma, but I also think that two wrongs don't make a right. And when it comes to breaking down, let's say, celebrities or people in the public eye, one of the recent examples I can think of that has almost acted as a cautionary tale for me is the UK presenter Caroline Flack. So Caroline Flack was accused of allegedly hitting her boyfriend in the head with a lamp when he was sleeping. She was going to go to court. They were going to have a massive case, and the UK press completely hounded her for days and weeks. And, the whole population turned against her effectively. She lost her job, she lost endorsements, and subsequently what happened is that she took her own life because she couldn't take the pressure of the backlash anymore. And it was only at that point when lots of people really felt remorseful for her. And I don't know, I guess the circus aspect of having someone paraded and berated in public didn't really seem to matter anymore. And knowing that that is the potential that could happen for somebody or to somebody, that just made me feel very compelled to speak on behalf or in defence of Shallon Lester, because, you know, she may have done things in the past that I don't agree with, but equally I think that people should have the capacity to be able to atone for the things they've done in the past and to be able to not be held responsible for those things until the end of time, because I know that I've definitely done things in my past that I wouldn't want to be held accountable for now. But, you know, people are going to have their opinions and that's perfectly fine. But I guess the purpose of this video is just for us to try and maybe enact some more humanity when it comes to looking at other people and thinking about how we judge them, and just knowing that what we see on the surface is only what we see on the surface. And, you know, there is the age-old saying that hurt people, but, you know, I don't know. I just felt really compelled to kind of say something because it just felt like the narrative was a bit one-sided, and regardless of the things that people may have said and done, I think everybody has the capacity to change, and when we allow them that chance to change, then, you know, hopefully we can all live, learn and grow together. But that's my happy, soppy rant about this. I've tried to record this video several times over, so I think I'm going to keep this one. But if this does resonate with anybody, please feel free to give me any feedback. Do you agree with the situation in terms of what I've said? Do you think that, you know, she deserves to have the backlash that she's received? Or do you think that people should have the chance to be forgiven for the things they've done in the past? Let me know your thoughts below. I hope you're all well, and until the next video, take care, speak soon. Goodbye.